Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Matt here. Sorry I haven't been here. I'm just too busy being a fucking baller every single second of the day. I get bitches. But we are on a very special occasion today. And, of course, I have to celebrate it with you guys. Because 20 years ago today, on March 28th, 2002, Kingdom Hearts 1 was officially released on the PlayStation 2. By Squaresoft. It wasn't Square Enix at the time. That would be a year later. Us Yankees didn't get it till about September. But hey. Shut the fuck up. So we're on the 20th anniversary of the Kingdom Hearts series. Holy crap. That's crazy to think about. I just want to make this video to kind of celebrate that fact, kind of reminisce about the series, kind of talk about my history with it, why it means so much to me, maybe what will happen in the future. So, 20 years is a big milestone for anything. When you're a normal person, like me, when you turn 20 years old, kind of like you officially being an adult. And it's kind of the same thing for other things too. If you've been going for 20 years, that means that you're an established thing. You have stood the test of time. You are still relevant and still being talked about and still being made to this day. In the face of all the adversity in the way of anything, it still kept going. That's how it is for Kingdom Hearts, precisely. So, the story by now. Kingdom Hearts was originally developed by Tetsuya Nomura, Shinji Hashimoto, all the way back in the early 2000s. You've probably heard the elevator pitch story, urban legend at this point, where Shinji Hashimoto walked into the same elevator as a Disney exec, because apparently they shared the same building at the time. They did the pitch for the game in the elevator, and it kind of spawned off from there. I wasn't there when Kingdom Hearts 1 first came out. I was literally 2 years old. I'm 22 now. I don't remember anything about that. But I'm sure back when Kingdom Hearts 1 first released, I'm sure some people were skeptical if it could make it even past the first game. Remove the context of knowing Kingdom Hearts for 20 straight years out. Take it back to like the year 2002. And you pitch this idea of Final Fantasy meets Disney. That would have been very confusing. When people first heard about it, I'm sure they were like, okay, that's something that you can do, but should they do it?
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Final Fantasy, huge thing at that point. Disney, also a huge thing, but I don't think anyone ever logically thought to put those two together. But it came out, it absolutely blew people away, and obviously we've kept it going for such a long time now. Kingdom Hearts obviously has a special place in my heart. I am talking to you on the internet about Kingdom Hearts on a semi-regular basis on this channel right here that I've been running for almost 10 years at this point, of almost half of my life, which is mental. So having the merch right here and all this, just all of that. I like Kingdom Hearts, if you can't tell. How did I personally get into this series right here, and what made me fall in love with it so much? I did not buy Kingdom Hearts 1 when it first came out because I didn't even know how to take a shit properly. My first game was actually Kingdom Hearts 2, all the way back in 2006. So I remember seeing commercials for Kingdom Hearts 2 on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and stuff like that, all the way back in the day. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I do remember seeing the commercials on TV, and I guess it made somewhat of an impression on me. So I wasn't really seeking out to buy Kingdom Hearts when I first bought it. I got an allowance for doing chores and stuff like that, or if it was my birthday or something like that, I would have a certain amount of money to go buy some PS2 games. I actually racked up a pretty sizable collection before I traded a lot of it into GameStop. One point for $19. Fuck those guys. But before I bought Kingdom Hearts, I had never really played a game that like blew me away or anything like that. Majority of games that I played when I was younger were racing games and movie license games. And so how I ended up getting Kingdom Hearts was not by me wanting to seek out and get it. It was just on a whim. It was right after my 7th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. And I usually got my games at Target, and I had enough money to buy like 3 games or something like that. And I looked at the like new releases section. This one case caught my eye. 1, because it was shiny, and 2, it had Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy on it. Me being young, I know Disney. I watched the Disney Channel. I watched the Disney movies. I knew what they were. And so I was like, oh my goodness, hey mom, this has Mickey Mouse and Goofy on it. It's like Disney stuff, I want to buy this, I want to buy this. And I don't remember what else I got that day, but I bought it, took it home, put it in my PS2, almost the exact representation of how I felt when I first played Kingdom Hearts. I had no idea what was going on in the story, obviously, because I didn't play anything else before that. So I was just playing this guy. His name was Roxas. Didn't know who he was. Didn't know the context behind it. A lot of weird stuff going on. I was playing through the game, and despite not knowing what the heck was going on, I was pretty invested in it. It got me invested in a way that a game had never done up to that point before. I was intrigued to see what happened to the Roxas guy, despite not knowing what the hell was going on or who the hell he was. I wanted to see what the way they developed his character and his story and the relationship that he had with his friends. I kept on pushing through to see what was on the other side, and then I eventually got to where I started playing Asura, and all the Disney Worlds came in, and all the story just came pulling in. I was just like, it was a completely new vision and experience for a game that I didn't think was possible up to that point. Kingdom Hearts 2 showed me what games could be, why they are an art form, and how games are just so much more than going from point A to point B. There can be story in between, there can be drama, there can be intrigue, there can be interesting gameplay, there can be all sorts of twists and turns along the way. And, you know, when I first started playing, I knew I was playing the sequel, so I knew I didn't know what was going on, and I knew I had to find the first game. And I eventually did buy it, and while I wasn't as much in love with it as I was with Kingdom Hearts 2, I still thoroughly enjoyed that game and started getting more invested in the series. I eventually also got Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which I'm still kind of iffy on to this day. I did not like the card mechanic back then. I never really got far into that game. I wasn't online or anything back then, so it was just me and my precious Kingdom Hearts all to myself. I didn't know any other people really that played the game, so I really didn't have anyone to share the Kingdom Hearts love with until much later. And you know, I did get bullied somewhat in school for a tic disorder that I have. Kingdom Hearts, you know, it kept me company. It pushed me through some hard times, you know. I felt really good about it. Eventually, I got a Xbox 360 for my 10th birthday with Halo 3, and I took a long break from Kingdom Hearts. I wasn't invested in it at all. I kind of just lost track with the series for quite a long time. But fast forward a bit to about 2013, and I, a humble 13-year-old kid, was excited to watch E3 2013, and to the surprise of a lot of people, Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced. And immediately, at that microsecond, my love for Kingdom Hearts immediately returned. It all just started flowing back to me. I started remembering why I fell in love with Kingdom Hearts again. I remember all the fun times I had with it, how it got me more into gaming, how it made me want to play more of those kind of games and get me more invested in gaming and stuff like that. And at that time, I was also trying to start a YouTube channel. I had been trying to do it on another channel for about a year at that point. I was just 12 years old when I first started, so I had no idea what I was doing. Since I was really into Halo at the time, there's this guy named Halo 4 Follower who I followed for all the updates on like Halo 4 when that game was about to come out. Right after I saw the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3, I saw that it was also coming to Xbox One, which I thought was insane. I remembered like, yo, people need to shut up. And I was like thinking like, yo, people need to hear about this. They need to know about this. They need someone to keep them updated on the other news that's going on with this game. And so that led me to create the channel that you're watching this on right now. Do not watch my first video. It is absolute shit. I keep it up for historical purposes, but God, I got a lot of stuff wrong because I had been out of Kingdom Hearts so much at that point that I forgot a lot of stuff. I remember how much joy it got me to actually start doing something on YouTube. It gave me focus to actually like focus on one thing to do on YouTube. Kingdom Hearts got me to doing this right now, and it eventually got me money to do it, and it was my job for quite a while. It got me the money to buy all of this shit. All of that was paid for by your eyes watching my beautiful face. It's very much appreciated. Now we're here. 20th anniversary. Crazy stuff's about to be happening. If you're not aware already, Kingdom Hearts is going to be having a 20th anniversary event on April 10th, which guess how many days that's after the 20th anniversary. Nomura's a madman. Probably a major announcement of a new Kingdom Hearts game, I would assume. If there's a place for them to do it, it's definitely here. At least give some updates or some like image or whatever. Tetsuya Nomura actually said that he didn't start drawing the 20th anniversary art until yesterday. So Give the man some time. I think the future's going to be pretty bright for Kingdom Hearts. We got that whole new next phase of Kingdom Hearts. It's going to be fucking poggers.
It's gonna be poggers, guys.
I guess the way to end this video off is that Kingdom Hearts means so much to me because it gave me a view of what games could be. It gave me an idea that games can be more than just a simple A to B. It can have story, it can have intrigue, it can have drama, it can have great gameplay, it can have engaging characters, it can have the whole 9 yards. It led me to other more cinematic games like Halo and Half-Life. It gave me an outlet both before and after YouTube, and mostly it gave me all this. And I cannot thank you guys enough for letting me have the opportunity to have all of this. I want to try to keep this going, change it up a bit, but, you know, still try to keep it going. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter what I end up becoming as a person, as a creator, it all kind of started when I first picked up that copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 16 years ago. It's all been downhill from there. Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary, man. Let's get 20 more, okay? I want to be playing this fucking series when I'm in my 40s. Am I dead yet? So tell me down in the comments below your experience with Kingdom Hearts. Why do you love it? What's your history with it? How did you get introduced to it? Also, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, join Discord server. Really awesome if you did. This has been Matt, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that's going to be. So yeah,